Hi friends and welcome back to my channel. First of all, I want to say I'm so incredibly sorry for, not being here for the last month. I do have a good excuse as to why. Basically, I had some family medical things come up, and so I couldn't obviously record or be in New York to do a lot of that stuff. So I was a bit preoccupied, obviously, but also just very distracted, and I didn't want to make videos if I wasn't giving it my all and editing them correctly and just, putting my whole heart into it. But I am back, and I am very, very excited to film again and to bring, hopefully, good content. So basically what happened was that I got a call this one morning. I was heading to the gym, and I started this new gym routine, which is I start going to the gym so I'll wake up at 6, leave the house by 6:15, get to the gym by 6:30. And I got to the gym at 6:30, and I get a call from a family member, and they had informed me that my grandmother had a brain aneurysm. And, oh, there's Alfie. He just went to the groomers today. So my grandmother had a brain aneurysm, and everything had to move very quickly, but because of her age and because of other health issues, it was just very complicated. And they tried putting her into the surgery, but then some things weren't lining up, so then they had to wake her back up from the anesthesia. And she came out of that okay, but then they kept postponing her surgery like one day after the other. And after postponing it 3-4 times, then they finally were like, okay, we have to do it this day, just because this is a very delicate matter. And they even told us they had told us that it didn't look good, and we were all kind of like, okay, so we're preparing for the worst. And I feel like being in that position was just obviously very hard, but it was also very weird just because any time in the past that I've had family members that have passed, I hadn't been there in the setting of like while everything's going on, like the hospital visits and everything is revolving. I hadn't been there in the setting, so it was just very different this time around, because every other time I've been away or in a different state, or my family's in Argentina, so I've just had to like hear everything through phone calls or text messages. But this time around it was just different because I was there, so it was like, wow, this is a real thing. Not that I'm saying that it's not when you're not there. It's just anyone that's been in a situation like that, I feel like you'll understand. But it's just different because everything's hitting you a lot heavier, in the sense of like, you're right there, but you also have to be stronger because you're there. And maybe if you're far away, you can just let your emotions out a bit easier. But when you're there, I feel like for me personally, I have to put on that face of everything's fine, everything's good, we're going to get through this, okay, let's delegate and whatnot, just because I want to be the strong one for everyone else. So thankfully, the surgery went well, and my grandma she's just recovering right now, and she has staples all down her face, so like from about here to all the way down here. But she is recovering. She is doing really good. She's still in a lot of pain, but the big thing is that she is recovering. She started walking again, and some people might be like, why wasn't she walking before? It was on her brain. Well, because with major surgeries like that and pain being so debilitating, you just kind of don't want to do anything except try and just rest. Even though you can't sleep, just trying to rest as much as possible. But thankfully she's walking again, she's eating, she's starting to slowly function back into her normal, not normal routine, but like normal day-to-day. So yeah, so I'm very, very happy to announce that all went good with that. Now I'm back home, as you all can see, after being away for almost 3 weeks, which of course, I was very happy and grateful that I was able to be there with my family at that time, just because I hadn't been able to in the past. So it was really really sweet that I was able to be there, just because I was able to help in anything that needed help, or I was able to bring support or translation, because again, my family doesn't speak much English, so I was able to be there and assist in anything and everything. So that was really sweet. And obviously, I was beyond grateful that my husband was very supportive with the whole matter. He was just kind of like, hey, don't worry about it. I'll take care of our babies here. You take care of your family. I'm here if you need me. And I feel like that was very important for me as well, just being able to know that I had his support and his love with me, because it doesn't make it like makes it that much easier, in the sense of like you going away for you don't know how long, having your partner's support in that. Yes, I was very, very happy about that. I keep saying very, very, but very, very happy and very, very love themed right now because of Valentine's Day. Since I didn't do like a Valentine's Day video, I was like, you know what, it's still February, so here we are. Something that I've been up to, I've been reading a lot more. I've been doing French. Currently on my desk, I'll show you all. I have these. These weren't just like prepped here for this video. These, I just had French this morning, and these are the books that I use if anybody is wanting to learn French or even English or Spanish. They have these books both in English and in Spanish. So I use these. And it's easy French step by step. It's master high frequency grammar. So I personally have found it very useful. I know whenever anyone's learning a specific language, like if somebody's learning Spanish, I have certain recommendations. But my husband is using this book in Spanish, and it has been helpful for him as well. So, but of course, like you yourself know certain things that you do and don't use, and then you correct them. So I'm grateful that my French professor does that for me. And then this is just like a grammar book, and it's very helpful. It definitely helps you with grammar and present, imperfect, future, all that stuff. It's very helpful for me, especially with needing that extra help with grammar. Or not, yes, grammar, but also like present, past, future, knowing when to use which. And then this is actually a book that I checked out of the library. So it's a 3-part book, but they're all different stories, but they kind of all intertwine in a way. So this is the second book. The first one is called Love and Gelato. This one is Love and Luck. And the third one is called Love and Olives. So basically each book is based in a different place, so in a different country, and it has, like for me personally, I love books like this because they're like quick reads, in the sense of not like you probably could read it in one sitting, but me personally, I like to drag the storyline out because I'm not ready to say goodbye to the characters, so I'm like, oh. So I definitely love this one, and I can definitely recommend the 2 that I've read so far. I haven't read Love and Olives yet. That's the third one, but I'm very excited to read it. This one I'm like a quarter of the way through, and Love and Gelato was the first one that's based in Italy. And this one is Love and Luck, which is actually in Ireland. And the third one is Love and Olives. I kind of think that it's in Barcelona, but I'm not sure. So I'll have to get back to you all on that. But I love books, so if anybody wants to do a book club, let me know. Apart from that, Valentine's Day was really sweet. I have some Polaroids to share with you all. So my husband got me these sweet flowers for Valentine's Day. I always love taking Polaroids and labeling them. So these are the flowers. And then these are Maple and Alfie on Valentine's Day. It was Alfie's first Valentine's Day, and I think it was a success. Aside from that, thank you all so very much for tuning in today and for bearing with me this last month that I've been away. But I do promise that I have a lot of content coming your way. Videos are coming. It's not going to be a month wait. So please remember to like and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you all next week.